Hello, welcome to the Red Room. We decided that it's time for a year retrospective of the year.
The
I
year
don't
in
want to
review.
talk exactly. I don't want to talk about this year. It's been a shitty year.
The year in review. It was, but it was also our first complete year as the Red Room.
Yes, well, it's going to be.
Yes.
It's going to be in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
We are
2
already.
weeks.
We are already looking at this as the end of the year. So let's talk about it.
Well, first, let's say that this is because there are a lot of people, in social media in general, talking about 23. It has been a crazy year, but not the craziest and not the worst year ever.
No, not the worst.
And not the weirdest ever,
At least there was not
2020 was the worst,
Yes.
the craziest year ever.
At least people weren't locked at home because of the flu. Okay, let's start by addressing the woke elephant, the pink elephant in the room. Not here, not the red room.
I'm talking about not the pink elephant. I'm a white elephant.
Yes, I'm talking about Drivethru, our old friends at Drivethru.
Well, but that wasn't the first thing. So the first weird thing was the OGL, right? Then
okay, so
came Drivethru.
Well, so let's talk about the OGL first. So let's start.
Let's start. Yeah, I love interrupting you. So in January we were launching Wretched Darkness. That was supposed to be the new complete rules for Wretched.
And then our friends at Wizards of the Coast said, "Okay, fuck you all. We are going to stop the OGL, and you have to do something else.
Give us your first
more rules.
all your money, your firstborn child."
And then, so you have to thank them, first of all, because thanks to them, we developed the second edition, which has much better rules than the first edition. So
this is just to remind people that we didn't do it just, now we need to have a complete second edition.
No.
It was because of the OGL mess.
It was an answer, a quick answer.
Quick because emergency. It says, but yes. Some people, for example, we were talking with Josh Peters yesterday, and Stella Gamma is also getting there, but of course it wasn't that quick on their side because they're not insane. They actually created a full system. They're testing it.
Yeah, well, they are doing a system. Yes. I didn't do anything. I just changed names.
Just
well, not just changed names. I changed them some other stuff.
But you created a whole new system from scratch.
No, the basics of that were the same. Are the same.
So thank you, Bro and Wizards.
So yes, a thank you to Wizards because they they accelerated the process of renewing stuff. Of course, there were some problems. We shouldn't have been so quick to release second editions, but after releasing the rules, it was time to release the new editions. So
now we can talk about our friends at Drivethru.
And again, you have to thank them. Now, thank Wizards of the Coast. Now you have to thank Drivethru because they prove that we can still be alive and here after 6 months and
we don't have to censor ourselves now. Now I can write all the stupid shit that I want.
Have naked people on the covers if you want to. Well, I'm not going to do that too often, but if needed, I can do it. And yes, some of the things that were written, nothing special, nothing really political, nothing.
No, but because we were being, people were complaining about that. There were things that I would like to do this, but I can't put it on Drivethru. Someone will complain.
Things that now, small things that would probably just you'll remember some of them, I'm sure, but there are many small things that would probably be a problem. Just as an example, Wretched Interbellum as character archetypes for Nazis, for fascists. When I say fascists, I mean fascists from Italy. That's where they came from, and the only place where they were fascists. And Nazis, also German, in the Germans in the late 30s in this case. So they are playable. I don't think that's probably a possibility at Drivethru.
Well, people would have complained about my silly adventure Sister Pride also. That's why I wrote it because we're not on Drivethru anymore. Yes.
And other things.
Everything. The people that would complain. And there was AIR.
Yes, yes. The other thing, without AIR, we couldn't have we wouldn't be here anyway. So and I'm not sure what exactly is forbidden at Drivethru at this moment, but I think they are trying to.
But anyway, when you label your books as adult, that we have with some things, that they're not as visible, and also if they have the same thing for AI art, I don't know if they have, they can also maybe they are hiding. So that would have a
when we left when they banned us, it was
they invited us to leave.
They made a very charming and nice invitation for us to leave. That was the thing. You had to inform that you were using AI, but I think they're going in the way of restricting it, if not completely, up to a point that there will be severe restrictions, which is good. Not for us. I don't care. But I think it's good. I think it's good for them to keep inventing, coming up with new restrictions, and creating problems for themselves. Who knows? Maybe one day they will become. Maybe people will get tired of obeying at some point. So it doesn't work for everybody. Obviously, you if you weren't there, you would lose some. Obviously, if they have problems, if Drivethru stops being the most relevant store, that means there are others competing. So you can just sell other places. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened yet. After our ban, Big Geek Emporium showed up, and it's another news from this year. Obviously, it's not just because of us, but we played a part in it, obviously, because we were already at Big Geek the period before we've been kicked. Yes. Yeah, actually, but it was it had some impact for them as well, because when we were banned, we had to move everything there, and obviously, but then obviously they appeared because of Avengers. Avengers, not really a ban, but Avengers problem with Drivethru. Yes, I think it was that led them to revise everything he writes. So he's under censorship also. So Big Geek appeared, but obviously it didn't make a dent on Drivethru's armor. But well, okay, it still exists. Let's see what happens in the future. Giant Slayer games appeared even more recently. Yeah. Obviously, even more so, it has less of a competitive factor against. Yeah, because they also sell miniatures. I don't know if they're selling more miniatures. I have no idea how is the market for miniatures. Yeah, even if they are making money with miniatures, it's not the same thing as making with RPGs. But okay, so there are two stores already that are options, and and there's our store. And there's our store. Yes, our stuff. Yeah. And now, well, some adventures from Venture, and now the Pandit Files, which is a bi-weekly release. Obviously, we are not wanting to be a store that will be another one. Yeah. In this already small. It would be fun if you could, if you could have a store that would rival with Drivethru, that would be great. But that's not going to happen. So we don't want to be. But what can happen is have more stuff there that is not ours. Even stuff that is not Ratchet as well, because we have some things that we didn't write, but like Ratchet minions, or a couple of scenarios from Oliver. But those are Ratchet, so they were published by us. So then you have men that is not and Ratchet. Yeah, there's also it's not Ratchet. It is Ratchet in another way. It's Ratchet in another way, yes. So stuff like Men, for example. Yes. That wasn't written by us again, because I think there was someone that we were talking to. This was Hunter, yes. TTRPG, Ultra American TTRPG, I think and that's his Twitter. He didn't know. Yeah, well, I don't think. In any case, anyone comes well, the party. Of course, if you start talking to people that weren't following us at the time, they will not know. But yes, I wouldn't. I don't use pen names. But Dick Pound is a funny one, but yeah, no, I'm not using it. There's someone else, and it's not her as well.
No.
It's not no one.
Well, people already suggested if it was Coombs.
It's not.
If it was Grimm.
Yeah. Well.
Someone asked if it was Tuhagni, if it was him. So no.
Yes.
And so there was someone the other day. I was seeing someone was asking Strauss if it was if he is one that had written it.
Definitely not Strauss. No, none of those. The person who wrote it never published through our store. Well, at least with his own name.
Yes, or at least
he published with that.
At least until now, because maybe he can in the future. Yes, I don't think
probably not, but
if he does not say, oh, it's Dick Pound. Yeah. See, unless he wants to publish as Dick Pound again. It
would be nice to have something more from Dick Pound. Probably it won't happen, but it would be nice. Okay, so these were the bad events, I think.
I don't know if they were bad. Well, no, I don't think publishing Man was bad. Well, it had a bad result, but
no, I wasn't mentioning Man. I was mentioning the ban.
I know, but the ban was because of Man
and the OGL. Yeah, no, it's not. I still think it was.
That it needed to be published.
Could have been done some other way. I could have published it, not in
silence. Yes, and you could have not say, "Hey, yeah. Look."
But well, it happened, so it's anyway. Probably we would have had.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It would happen anyway.
Drivethru, people would always
sooner or later
complaining about us.
Of course, sooner or later they would do what they did in this case, which was check
our social media and see that we had bad people and that we had made fun of them.
Exactly. So that would have happened sooner or later anyway. So it was a matter of time. I don't know how it doesn't happen with other people. I don't know, but probably
they're
because
not evil.
Well, I'm not going to mention
names. No,
yeah,
but I think
there are evil people there.
Yeah, no, I don't know, the fact that we are, if they do that to an American and don't follow their rules, could have been, prosecuted. So
yeah, that could be legal trouble for them. And the pundit who is not American, he doesn't publish himself, so they would have problems.
Well, but why would they? Yeah, because like
no, it has nothing to do with that.
Yes, if they go after him because of him, they would would have problems. Because there's nothing in
no, not in innocent. They could just say we don't like him. They are a private company; they can do whatever. So that's it. But yeah, I don't think they don't want to create any issues with people.
An example.
I think so. Yeah, they waited and they said, "Oh, these guys they are European, they are small, no one cares.
Yeah.
Let's give them the boot," and they did. So thanks for that. And now, as we are doing acknowledgements, we should thank some people as well, because we are still here. So we have to thank our customers. I'm not going to mention them by name because even though there aren't many,
you don't know the name of all of them.
Yes,
play favorites. I think our favorite customers know who they are.
Yeah, of course they know.
Well, all our customers are favorite customers.
So yeah, I think we do something very well. That's customer service.
You do something very well. It's customer service. I don't do customer service.
I don't think anyone has big complaints about our customer service. Obviously, I'm going to thank other people, and some of them are also our customers, but I'm going to thank them for other reasons, not for buying our stuff. So let's start. With whom should we start? You should start.
No, I don't want to start.
I thank Drivethru. Okay, I'm going to start. Okay.
That makes me feel I don't want to pick the first person.
Okay, that's a difficult.
Yes, that is who should.
Okay, so let's start by not a person, but by several person.
Okay.
Inappropriate characters. Thank the inappropriate characters as a whole. Vendor, Pandit, Ryan, and even Brim,
yes. And
which is not there anymore.
And
Job, yes, and Job as well, even though he was just there for a small part of our existence as a red. The Pandit reviewed some of our stuff, but even more than that, I guess the fact that he has mentioned us several times in his own shows.
You know, people are going to say now, oh, but he said blah blah blah. He said that you deserve to be kicked out of Drivethru. We don't care about that.
No, we don't care about that. Even because at this moment I really don't give a fuck. I don't mind. I think we are better outside of Drivethru. We are making less money, but we are keeping our content as we want it, and we don't have to self-censor, and we don't have to be censored by those motherfuckers. And obviously,
who can cancel us? Well, they already created Iron Wall that stops people from. But now they can't come after us anymore. So
well, they can, but there's nothing they can do. They can annoy us and say, well, eventually they could fuck our YouTube channel. It's a possibility, but we can do it.
You can just go to the Rumble, yes.
But Rumble is okay. Well, anyway.
Don't give them money.
Take your best shot. Okay.
The channel is also not monetized.
Yes. So what else? Obviously, Venture, because he's also our.
He's our favorite.
Yes.
Let's say.
He's our friend.
Favorite inappropriate character
for some time, and he also gave us some help by publishing his free scenarios at our store. And I didn't mention the pundit. He didn't really choose our store because our store is not really a store. It's our store. It's not the public store, but it chose our store after having tried Big Geek and Giant Slayer. They couldn't accommodate the files the way that they were meant to be. So they are published at our store right now. Venger also started publishing his free scenarios at the Drivethru store, which is, I suppose, I don't know if people will buy something of ours just because they go there, but well, at least we are talked about them, and we have some more visits.
People will know the address.
People still know the address at least,
yes. Get all the free stuff,
and eventually, maybe they will decide. One of those guys that went there once, maybe one day they will think, well, I have some money here, I want to spend it. Why not go to
the poor Portuguese and their kids?
So that's a possibility. This is started recently, so things can change. Ryan also has been very close to the Red Room, and not really at the inappropriate characters, but in his own show, he did some mentions to, especially Ratchet Epoch. And Grimm published a book through us, Penny Tower.
And he had some of our books on his store. Yes. Well, not the ones you wrote to. But the other ones, especially after we've been out of.
I stopped. By the way, if that's something that someone is thinking about, why there aren't many there, I stopped sending them because I know that it's not selling a lot and it's just annoying.
Yeah.
So I just stopped sending.
Yeah, it's work for him. So. So then we have to put the files there, and he always says that he hates taking care of it.
I just stopped doing that. He offered when we were banned because he probably was trying to help, but I know that, and if he wants to, we can just take them off. But I know that's not really a problem because that's already done, and if no one buys them, he doesn't have to do the accounting. So okay, so who else should we? No, it's your turn.
No, well, we can thank our artists.
Yes. So Jetanaka will hit the covers.
Start with the AI. No, I'm joking.
Midjourney, no, I'm paying.
Yeah. No, but you're also paying the artist, so
not anymore. I stopped paying Midjourney. I'm trying DALL-E 3 and perhaps even Leonardo, and change them in change the.
But let's thank our artists. That way we can also give some news for
and that and also
we can start with the basic expert, because I think in the end this is the one that did more cover for us.
Yeah, and it was still some of them were still this year. Yes, it started year before. I think the first ones were in
New Flash. No, New Flash was last year. This year it was St. Claude's.
Yeah, St. Claude. Yeah. Okay, so the basic expert did the first covers that we had. I think it was the first.
I think it was the first person you asked for commission art.
Yes,
for the Giallo.
Yes, for the Giallo. Yeah, that wasn't still. That was still before the random. Yes, that's postmortem. So yeah, the basic expert did an excellent job. If you are wondering why we stopped ordering covers or commissioning covers from the basic expert. It was just because I know he has some other stuff to do, and
he's always very busy, and he has his own now that and he was also busy with his own project last year.
And obviously, there's another reason. Obviously, the price is we can't really afford that.
That's true, because now we have there's another thing with using Midjourney or not, or AI in general. It's not just the amount of books that Miguel keeps publishing. So when we decide that we want to use commission art for this book or that book, we know that now, especially, it's not even when we were at Drivethru, we probably wouldn't pay. Because we're not going to make our books more expensive just because we have human art. So it's an investment that we decide to do. So we can't keep doing it all the time.
Yeah, and it takes some time. So it's impossible for.
Also makes me all nervous.
Yeah, so it's impossible for even though
you are a bit of a control freak.
Even the ones. Yes, I am. I'm not a control freak.
No, but about
what people are doing, but
yes.
yeah, I'm a control freak about the things I'm doing. I want to do them in my own time, and that's why I'm working my own as well, so I can decide those things.
Yeah, Tanaka. Then we go to
Tanaka was, and he will still do some other stuff,
yes.
Even though for the same reason. It must be something that I have planned, but that I don't have.
But you'll have something for
there's no rush
for him next year.
Yeah, there will be something that you will probably, unless he doesn't want to. He said yes, but yeah, no, yes, said yes, but you never know. Something might happen. He may have other work to do, but he will probably do the cover for our Ratchet Companion, which will be the full rules, not the full rules, the next. How can I explain this? The rules that were published in other games and other settings and in Ratchet Versus, so they will be compiled, and I will add some more. So that will be, I don't know. I have no plans for that.
For next year.
Yeah, but I don't have any plans for that, so it will be someday. Now we are also working with some other people for other projects.
Yeah, we started this year, so we can thank them. Although yes, they all began,
of course. So Jeremy Hart, we have used Jeremy Hart stock art before. I can't remember in which books, at least in the first ones, probably when we were using lots of stock art.
And in
the core book, the Ratchet RPG, there are some of his works there, but he will do some commissioned work for the bestiary, which will be a compilation of Ratchet minions, but not only that, there will be more content for the bestiary. I think it will be just his work, the bestiary. Stock art as well, because he has no time to do the commissions for everything. I might have to use some AI art as well, because I don't want to use to mix other art from other people. So if I use something else, it will be some model, some AI art model trying to do line art or something like that, to be just black and white. So that's another thing. Now we have some more people doing some jobs for us, some pieces. I have already, so one of them, I can't remember his name. Wait, I've received an email from him, so his name should be here. I don't think I can. Well, he's a Filipino artist, so
we will mention him next year.
Yeah, so I talked to him on Discord, and on Discord he has a name, but it's not his name. So, well, there's an artist doing some stuff. He has a kind of a cartoon style, comic book kind of illustrations. You will do some art for that rule book, the companion, but he will also do some stuff for another project that will be for next year. We mentioned several times, but that's one of those things that I'm not writing it, so I wasn't planning it. I wasn't I didn't know when to expect it, but Oliver's game setting is written now. Ratchet Chambara, it's a samurai Ratchet game setting inspired by samurai movies, especially Akira Kurosawa's classics, but also other things, which I will not mention because I know nothing about that stuff. So it's being edited by someone else that we should thank.
Yes,
our editor.
Next.
Is right now Chris is now editing well, not right now. This moment, maybe he's doing it, but yeah. So Chris Cutthroat is someone else that we should thank. He did some editing for several books, not all, just some, the biggest ones, the settings, the largest settings of Darkness and New Flesh, and a couple of others. And now this one. Well, the author is French, so I decided that I couldn't be.
You couldn't editing a book written by French about Japanese samurais. No,
definitely not. So Chris Cotgrove is editing it, and when it's finished editing, I'll do the layout, and some of the art will be made by this dude that you don't know, Uncle Cree, and at Discord, but that's not his name. And there will be someone else probably doing some how should I call it, human modified AI art, because
it's an Italian guy.
Yes, I also don't know his name. But again, the same thing. I talked to him on Discord, and he has some name on Discord that is not his real name, so I don't.
Well, you know his real name when you put it in the credits.
Yes, I will have to ask him his real name. So
or his pen name.
Or his pen name, yes. So as I was saying, Oliver used the Midjourney to create lots of art for that. So it will be used. Some of it will be modified by this artist that doesn't mind modifying AI generations, which is good. There are some people that don't mind doing that. Obviously, I also do some reworking, as always. Okay, so let's proceed with thanking
so
people.
Let's thank thank Chris. Now let's thank our writers.
Yes. Okay. So let's start with the first one, Joe Coombs. That he was, he is the father of the Beyond. He wrote lots of stuff, and especially the first Sand Cove.
The first Apocalypse.
The first version of Apocalypse is almost work only. I wrote some stuff, but not many.
Agents of Red doesn't have.
Agents of Red is mostly by Joe Coombs as well. I wrote a little bit of it, but yeah, there will be a second edition eventually, but that's it. He did some other stuff.
But they were smaller.
A couple of smaller scenarios, the furries and some other.
Scurry, Deviants, and Dirty Deeds.
And he also wrote bits for other things. So he was the most prolific author until this the middle of this year, I guess, when Michael Strauss started the OGGM started doing some collaborations. He did half of Ratchet Vigilantes, and then he did a couple of books for Ratchet Vigilantes. There's another one coming from him as well. So he did Good Guys Always Lose.
Good guys never win. Good guys never win. Bad guys always lose.
And he has finished, but it's being edited.
Henchman Sings the Blues.
Henchman Sings the Blues, yes. And he's also done the Ratchet Minions, and they will eventually do the compilation of that. That will be the bestiary. Then there is Oliver as well. He did a couple of scenarios. He did the boobs of Belphegor. No, the tears of Belphegor.
The tits.
The tits of Belphegor. Yes, the tits of Belphegor. And
Fistful of
Dust and Blood, or Blood and Dust. And is just about what it was a week ago. Yeah, exactly a week ago. He finished Ratchet Chambara, and I hope he will do something else. I guess it will
I hope
depend.
it doesn't get burned out with Chambara.
Yeah, I guess it will depend on the success that Chambara will have or not have. We we have to thank Dick Pound for getting us banned from Drivethru. It wasn't his fault.
Writing our biggest hit.
Yes, writing our biggest hit. I'm sure it was the biggest hit. Followed by Epoch, I guess. But yeah, so Dick Pound.
Well, Judd.
Yes, Judd did
wrote
some
first, though we will thank him as someone that is now part of our group.
Yes, and he's now a game master, and well, he started being a player in our group, but now he's a game master, and he's also something else. He was our ambassador at Vengers Con.
Yes.
He game mastered. I can't remember the name of it.
Crispy. It was Crispy something. Crispy, because it was a joke.
Yeah,
you put the name right wrong.
Yeah.
It was an extra CRISPR. Yes.
Which was apparently a success there. Several people played. Avenger played.
Griffith
played. I don't know if Lord Matthews also played. I don't think so, but he was there. So, oh yeah, we should have to thank also Lord Matthews, because he collaborated in doing the rules.
Yeah.
By the time when we had that emergency change of rules, he did some editing, counseling. Well, since we mentioned Griffith, yes, he also did a spot. He did the voice for our Wretched Darkness, which was, well, it was not this year, but still.
No, the video was this year.
Oh yeah, the video was this year. It was, but it was for the first edition.
Yes, it was for the first edition. The first edition came out in January.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was this year. And he also was for some time part of our group, but it was just a small campaign. Raven, who did a lot of promoting, and he still does. He was, I think he was our guest as well. Yes, we were his guests, definitely.
Yes, several times, but he is also in our show.
Yeah, it was one time. Yeah. I'm sure we are forgetting.
Yes, I know we're forgetting that is Paddy.
Oh yeah. Paddy is
from Paddy's Parlor, that he's working on something that I wrote for him.
Yeah. So that was we talked about that. It was because of Chalt, I think.
Yes, it is because an adventure inspired in Chalt because of Epic, and he was doing the Sketiver. He did the Chalt scene, but the adventure was too big, so ended up being something from by itself. So he's working on the art for that. He
also helped promote stuff, especially on Twitter. There are several people that have been helping us promote. I'm not going to thank them all because
you'll forget someone.
I will forget someone. So I thank everybody that promoted our stuff at Twitter, even the ones that don't care about our stuff, because that happens. I know people like to promote small indie publishers, and they retweet our tweets or repost our posts. If it's Facebook, I think everything should be a post now. Since Twitter is not Twitter, is an X, so it should be a post. It should be should be posts. So posts.
X tweets.
And MeWe as well, so that there are people on MeWe that also notice our posts. I'm not sure how to call it in MeWe, so I assume it's posts. Yeah,
MeWe.
No, it's not MeWe. So all those people that more recently.
I haven't been in MeWe for a long time.
Yeah, no. I'm in charge of MeWe promotion, but it's not. MeWe isn't really.
I think it's because I'm only in our group. I should be in the
group. Yes, there are several groups that you could be a part of. But yeah, the MeWe as there are some people that only see our stuff at MIUI, so there's a reason to post there. Black Lodge Games as well. They haven't started a long time ago, just a few months ago, but they have already did some promotion of our stuff, mainly Ratchet and Puck. That's Ginger Fraser is running a Ratchet and Puck game, which is good, which is very interesting for us because we are in the same kind of role-playing mindset.
That they are.
Yeah, so it's good and they are growing. So I hope more people enjoy their show because their audience could also be our audience, even if they didn't talk about our games. I know that some people that are interested in their
because
they're talking about
the same
things
about that they have. So
well, starting with the name of the channel, which comes from the same source, but that's not really what I mean. But yeah, that's also a reason. Actually, that's why I started following them because I saw this was on Twitter. I saw Black Lodge game, but fuck, this is Twin Peaks. This is a Twin Peaks reference.
You didn't start it with 50 Shades of Grey reference.
No, I've never read 50 Shades of Grey, and I didn't see the movie, so I imagined that there's no Black Lodge there. Though maybe why not? But their audience, not obviously not. It's not necessary that their audience thinks like they like they think, and maybe they don't.
Well, they like playing the same way. That would be.
It could be, and yeah, so their audience might be also, and it's difficult to find that audience.
Yeah, because they are targeting the channel to that to people that agree with that way of playing. Yeah. That is between.
So the immersion,
the story gamers. They're not story gamers, and they're also not. How do we call it?
War gamers.
War gamers. Yes. Gamers.
So that's it. Exactly like us. So we like the way, and they explain it much better than I do. The immersive style, that's our style. As game masters, as players, and also as game designers or game writers. That's always in our minds.
More channels. Well, Nick Birdie.
Yeah, Nick Birdie.
Nick Birdie.
We also had some connection when Man was released. I still talk to James sometimes on Discord. We probably will do something. I don't know what, but he has invited me.
But, you're always too busy.
He invited me to do some layouts, but layouts take a long time, and especially if you are doing for someone else, and really I can't. I would like to, but I really can't. It takes and especially when I'm doing it for me, I'm doing it my way. I have my own style that I don't take that much long because it's kind of similar. But doing it for someone else, besides being kind of a risk because I might fail, I'm not used to following instructions. I do it the way I know. So, but it might happen in the future. Someone else.
I'm thinking who else, if we are forgetting someone that we shouldn't
forget.
Yes, we will, obviously.
Okay, so we will obviously forget.
If we forget you, we're sorry.
Yeah, it's not that we hate you.
It's us.
It's just that well, there are some people that didn't that we can mention that didn't get to, or at least not yet, to publish things through us, but they were thinking about that.
Yeah, so, I was going to thinking about that, but I don't want to feel like I'm pressuring them.
Okay, so let's not
mention. I'm talking about you.
Not Coombs.
No. Okay. Yeah. You know who you are, especially because he owns running a game for us.
Oh yeah, there's also that. Well, there's also a possibility that I also don't know his name. It was called Offensive with Maximus at Twitter. I don't know his name. He might do something. He's thinking about it. He started doing it. Exploitation scenario for us. So it's a possibility. But he was apparently expelled, banned from Twitter. So contacts will be a little more difficult now, but you will have more time probably.
But easy on Discord.
Yeah, easy on Discord. Okay, I think we thanked most people. And I think that we should do another video closer to the new year.
Talking about the plans for the new year.
Yes, and talking about like, but well, still, let's just end with that in mind. That I want to talk a little bit more about the future. I can't give up.
See the future. It is murder.
It is murder, yes. I think it is.
Do you want to talk about our promotion?
Yes, yes, we should talk
Christmas.
about that. Yes, so we have a Christmas promotion going on.
Well, two Christmas
promotions actually, yes. So all the ratchet settings for the first edition are now free, not forever, just till the end of the year, well, the month, same, till the end of the year. So you can not everywhere, just at our store. So if you want to download them, so what you'll have is Ratchet Bastards, Ratchet Epoch, Ratchet Country, Ratchet Darkness, Ratchet in Flash, Ratchet Apocalypse, and Ratchetation. Yeah, so that's it. There are other freebies there, obviously, but these ones are temporary. Then I will probably price them all the same, or kind of, yeah, probably $5 or something. So you won't just buy them instead of new ones, because well, not buy them if you can just download them for free and not buy them. There are reasons. I didn't just offer them because it's Christmas. Also, because I think that if you take a look at those and you like them, you will probably
decide to buy
you
the
might
second one.
you may decide
to buy the second
so
one.
that's why the second
This is better.
Yeah, there are reasons for that. It's not really the same thing with new rules. No, that's not just that. The first thing is that they don't have the rules there anymore. The first editions have the rules.
But that's why I decided to put Ratchet free in PDF.
Yes, so and that's another thing that you can download. So that's not just a game with a new the same thing with new rules. No.
Yes, and one of the decisions that we put that free is that people don't feel that we just want them to buy 2 books or 3 books instead.
Exactly. So now the rules are free, well, in PDF, obviously.
To encourage people to get the settings.
But even in paper, they are cheaper than they were, because I just put the royalties for us. I just reduce them to a minimum. That is $1. And so basically you just pay $1 for the content, and the rest is the paper and the printing. And I can't offer you that, and we won't offer you that as well.
So now the second edition settings are at 50% discount.
Also until the end of the year. So if you picked up the first editions and you think, and you looked at them, or you didn't, but you think, oh, okay, well, there's a 50% discount. I'm going.
Can I call names to our potential customers?
Yeah.
Don't be a cheap bastard.
Yeah.
Go and buy it.
Yeah, 50% is good.
Give it a gift. Yeah.
The cats have to eat. We too, but
no, I can't. I'm fat.
Yeah, she can't eat, but the cats can. They are also fat, but they don't mind. They are cats.
This is not what you're going to say, but I just stopped you because I remember you said you went to talk about the promotion. So
yeah, that is not the promotions, of course. I don't know what I was going to say. So,
it was about the plans for next year, going on and all that.
But yeah, well, anyway, let's finish the promotions. So if you took a look at that, and that's one of the reasons I decided to let them for free instead of something else. If you look at them and you think, okay, this is not bad. The second editions are better. Okay, they are better. Believe me, they are. For several reasons. More content, more plot hooks,
more
tables, more planning, better AI art, better rules. Those are part, but anyway, better rules, and the larger setting. Definitely, that's a gift. That's obvious, because you'll see that they are all larger than the original ones, and they don't have the rules. So if you like the look of the first edition, and I'm not expecting you to read it from cover to cover. So, but if you think that that might interest you, then take a look at the second editions, and this is a good time for that because they are half price. But if you don't look at them right now, maybe you'll do it a bit later, and we are always doing some discounts. So next discount you can just pick it up, or you can just take a look at the scenarios because there are plenty of those. About about that thing, we'll talk about more about plans for the future and
surviving.
Yeah, some optimism now. I think we are finishing the year, and this will be a bad month for us, definitely. So I'm trying hard to
be
I will have to
positive and get pissed off.
Yeah, so
I
know this is Christmas. People will buy less things because they are spending their money in other stuff. Okay, that's life. We can live without that. When we can survive on some more time without lots of sales. But next year we'll have to ask you something, and we'll leave that for another video because this is long and no one is watching it anymore. So we'll have some it's not money, it's just collaborations. Okay, so for now we are going to finish, and then we'll leave the rest for next week when the year is really ending, and we can, I think we can do maybe a stream or something like that. Okay, for now that's all. So what can we say about this? Like a summary of this.
Do you want to finish it? It was an interesting year. It was not a bad year. We survived 2023. Let's see that we keep surviving on 2024. I don't think we're gonna give up because we are too stubborn, and that will make that the.
No, I can't give up now.
No, yeah, now because you have a compromise with pundits.
Yes. So even if I don't write anything, I will have to keep the store open to sell his pundit files. So again, thank you all for well, thank you all for watching. If you watched it, I don't think anyone is still here, but there are people that just slide the thing into.
Let's say something and say, if you see until the end, write this in the comments.
Fuck Drivethru. Bye bye.
Bye bye.